You've just downloaded Silhouette Studio onto your computer. You run to the Silhouette group, and your question, of course, is what do I do next? Inevitably, somebody's going to jump up and say, start with a simple shape. It'll build your confidence in both the software and on your machine, and they're not wrong, but there is a step that should be somewhere in between downloading the software and getting your first cut in, and that is customizing your preference panel. Hi, I'm Brenda Lambert. I'm a TJC licensed instructor for Silhouette. You found your way to Silhouette Success, and I do hope you're going to join our little community. We'd love to have you. There is a lot of information to go over today, so let's get started. The General tab sets a tone for how your software behaves overall. Choose your preferred language. I stick with English, but there is a whole list that you can choose from here. We have a default saved location. I recommend that you save all of your files to your hard disk. The library has limited storage space and has had recent syncing issues. For unit of measure, I prefer inches, but if you are outside of the United States, you will probably choose centimeters for yours. Show dimensions, turn this on. It helps you size elements precisely. Show print preview, yes please. It's a sanity saver before hitting print. It gives you a chance to make sure that everything is just right. There's no wasted ink that way. 300 DPI is perfect for most projects. Go higher only if you're printing detailed graphics and need those extra details to really shine. These settings affect every project, so take 30 seconds to set them once and save yourself hours later. Now for the Defaults tab. This tab controls how new documents and shapes behave. You have your blade orientation and blade type. I set both of mine to automatic for flexibility. When it's set to choose automatically, your machine will communicate with the software as to which blade is installed in the machines, and you can always switch these up if needed in the page setup and send page. Default page color, I prefer a light gray. It's easier on the eyes than white, and you can also customize your default fill style and text style. You do want to always display your mat. It makes for easier alignment of your projects. Cut to edge of page helps you to maximize your materials, and if you mostly do print and cut projects, you can have it so that your registration marks always turn on automatically. Now let's talk visuals and interface. The first choice you have here is anti-aliasing, and you can set it to 8 sample for smoother edges. If your software seems to be bogged down a bit, you want to click and turn it off. The anti-aliasing uses a lot of resources from your computer. If you turn that off, everything will run smoother. It will affect the way everything looks on your screen, but it will not affect the way it cuts. Most users prefer to use the light theme, but the dark theme can be easier on your eyes. Next, you have button size. You can see mine is all the way over to the right hand side of the scale here. I have mine set to large because my eyes are not as good as they used to be. As for animation, you want it set somewhere in the middle, and that's going to give you a decent balance between performance and computer resources. You can adjust your curve quality for better design accuracy, but again, this only affects the display. It does not affect how your design is going to cut out, and a restart is required if you change this one up. The Import tab controls how files behave when you bring them in. For GSD, DXF, and SVG, you want it set to centered, and you want the white lines converted to black so everything is easier to see. For the PNG, the only option here is auto trace. You want to turn this on if you frequently bring in transparent PNGs that you want traced. This will bring out all of the cut lines when you import the image. However, it does take up a lot of the resources on your computer. So again, if Silhouette Studio is running slow, you can turn this off and only trace your PNGs when needed. The Tools tab affects how your tools behave after use. So for action after tool use, you want to set all of these to choose select. It saves clicks and keeps you in control. For drag selecting, select shapes touching is more forgiving than fully enclosed. And for the selection lasso style, try both and see what feels natural. I prefer touches instead of completely enclosed for this one. This tab is all about customizing how you interact with your designs. The next tab is the Silhouette Updates tab, and you want to set this to automatically check for updates. You can check daily, weekly, monthly, or never. You can include beta updates or not. And if you are still on V4, I suggest clicking on never. If you're happy with where you're at and you don't want to update at this time, turn it to never. If you are a V5 user, I suggest weekly, and that's going to check on a weekly basis to see if there are any updates that will get rid of any bugs that are in the software right now. You want to be aware that available updates will automatically download in the background and can be installed at a time convenient to the user. That means it does check for updates. It downloads them if they're available, but you choose when to install them. And last but not least, there is the Advanced tab, and that's where all of the nerdy stuff lives, but you're not going to want to skip this. The Restore Factory default is handy if you ever need a complete reset. If you've gotten into any of these preferences and clicked on buttons and you're not quite sure where you went wrong, hit the Restore Defaults button and that will bring it back to the original state. Then you can go through and try switching up your settings again. Packet size is also important for those of you that are having issues running the software. Auto is set to 1000 bytes, but if you are having issues running the software, bring it down to 500 bytes and see if that doesn't help. Once you've clicked through all of the tabs and made your changes, you're going to click Apply. There are some settings that will require a restart of Silhouette Studio. You can click OK again, and then restart Silhouette Studio for everything to take place. And that's pretty much everything you need to know about the Preferences panel. Once you've made your changes, you can head over to Facebook. We have been crafting for emotional well-being over there all week long. There are a ton more tips, tricks, and definitely inspiration this week. I hope to see you over there. Now go create something amazing, and I'll see you in the next video.